Hi everyone, welcome to Angel Chat. Thanks for joining in. A beautiful Saturday here. I always prefer to do outside videos than in. Of course, it's lovely and warm and beautiful. So, and it is another viewer request today. By the way, I get so many requests. That's fantastic. I cannot possibly think about all the topics that are so important to share the information. So keep them coming. I appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to try to get to all of them. So really important topic to discuss today as to how long we need to wait after we lost a departed loved one, which include a person or a pet, of course, to go to a medium or to try to channel the soul. And if there is a difference between departed pet and departed pets or animals or departed loved one, human beings, in regard to that topic as well. So let's touch that first. So remember the teaching that soul is a soul is a soul, whether there is a soul that occupied or reside within a human form, or a soul that reside or occupied a human or an animal form, same thing. It is still a part of God, the soul is. It is still a fragment of God, meaning the wisdom is there, the power is there to a lesser degree, obviously, but soul is a soul. And because all souls are the same, meaning the only different in regard to the soul of animals or soul of a human being is in the way in which the soul expresses itself through the form into the world, express its beautiful power, its beautiful wisdom through the form. So a soul of an animal would express itself through an animal, a soul of a human being through a person. So there is no any difference in regard to channeling souls, how fast they can come, which we're going to chat about in a minute. So yes, also once you get the ability, once you awaken the ability to channel spirits, which we can all have, I don't have a special gift, it's just need work, but we all have the ability to communicate with spirit, then because souls are souls, it doesn't matter, because once you get how to do that, once you're able to create a channel of communication to spirits, then you can channel human soul or animal soul. It's the same thing again. So soul is the soul of the soul. In regard to how long to wait, guys, it's better to wait a little bit because we're kind of busy when we exit a physical body, when an incarnation comes to an end, we exit the physical body, all souls, animals, our beloved pets, and beloved people. So the soul exit the physical body from the crown chakra and travel back to the spirit world. And then we kind of like enjoy being without a body, because it's almost like from my the channeling I receive from spirit, it's a freedom, free experience to go back to our natural state as souls, as part of God, specifically when the passing is difficult. If a passing is difficult, suffering, prolonged suffering, tragedy, so if the circumstances of the passing are difficult for both animals and humans, then more so that the soul, once exit the body, feels ecstatic to it. So frankly, we want to enjoy the spirit world. We want to enjoy being without a physical body. Having said that, however, as souls, we of course see the broader picture now. There is no more mind, there is no more body, there is no more ego. So as souls, we understand that our loved one want to contact us, of course. We understand that there is an urgency to it. So again, it's finding the fine line between waiting a little bit, let the soul catch its breath. quote unquote, in the spirit world, wait a little bit if it's possible. Of course, if it is a tragic passing, then people anxious to come to get connection, but it is better. It is more chance that the soul will enter the reading, because there's never guarantee where soul enter the readings. That's why I always say at the beginning of the reading, don't think who's going to come, what's going to be said, what's going to, don't be focused. Let the energy flow, and if the soul comes, the soul comes. So in that regard, you might want to wait a little bit. The kind of soul, got its thing, went through stuff, enjoyed the spirit world, and then more likely enter the reading. As to how long to wait, usually from my experience, maybe wait few months, guys, maybe 4, maybe 5 months if possible. Again, with the understanding that specifically when people experience the ultimate tragedy of losing a child, of losing a beloved human being, losing a pet, which is as equally as, in my opinion, is equally as painful. Yes, you can go and try to connect. You probably will receive some channeling, but the rule of thumb is better to wait a little bit. Also, it is better for the messenger, meaning for the medium, to kind of tune into a soul that is more ready to come forward. The frequency are a little bit more aligned, because what's happening in a reading, we raise our vibrational energy to those of spirits, and kind of like a radio station, until it kind of nice and aligned. And even that, in a reading, sometimes it can go up and down. That's why reading is not fortune telling. It's not a phone call. Nonetheless, with experience, with work, a medium obviously can get a beautiful soothing channeling. But again, the more we wait, easier to the soul, more convenient to the soul, easier for the medium or the messenger, whatever we call them, and a little bit more chance that the soul will enter the physical body. Also, yes, we grieve. Yes, it's sad. But it's a happy occasion to go back home to the spirit world. So we don't want to be so consumed with grief and sadness, although grief is important to express, obviously, where we can, please come, please come, please come. It's projecting heavy energy. So when you go to a reading, the combination of understanding, wait just a little bit, they're not dead, they're enjoying it. It's a celebration when we leave this planet. So, and go back home. So wait a little bit, guys. So the combination of more likely the medium would have a little bit more stronger receptivity or stronger connection. You'll be better because the grief is not so raw. So, in combination of the soul will be a little bit more prone to come in because you've been in the spirit world. So all that would create a much more clear reading and much more understanding reading, where the channeling would be actually quite loud and clear and beautiful, which is the concept of a reading. So again, to re-emphasize, there is no difference between the souls of pets, between the souls of humans. Soul is a soul. Those rules apply to both, of course, in regard to go to a medium. In regard to the medium themselves, obviously, like with any practitioner, you have to be smart about it. You have to get review. You have to get recommendation. Of course, that's just common sense, because it's important, because it's sensitive. You want validation. You don't want to, you actually want to know and to feel that indeed this is your departed loved one, or this is related to your life in regard to, let's say, receiving messages from spirit guides. So you need to know that this is me. This is not general, not broad. So that's also important to bring up in regard to that topic. So I hope that I covered that. One more thing I wanted to mention as well as to why wait a little bit. It has to do with kind of like, they are almost like, I refer to it in both books actually. There is after death processes that we go to. Again, depending on the passive, it's different. If the soul exit planet Earth prematurely, let's say suicide, than if the soul exit when we design to exit. So again, in a nutshell, there are processes we go through, and it's merely bring up more strong as to why wait a little bit, few months. If you can wait a little bit more than 3, 4, that better. Do you need to wait a year? No. By no means you need to wait a year, but you need to wait a little bit, even though I understand it's hard. And again, it's a wonderful, memorable feeling to reconnect with your delightful pets that we think they're dead, where in fact they're more alive than all of us put together. So just, I hope you will apply all those recommendations or advices. Thank you for the question. I appreciate it. It's mean a lot that you help me come up with topics. So until next time, guys, take good care, and I will talk to you then. Bye.